Hello and welcome to the show. We start this week's FailRace episode on GTA 5 with Gas Panic driving the big ramp truck. It turns out sometimes when you hit cars, physics doesn't apply to them. However, despite getting, well, it got launched, apparently got frozen as well. I'm not even quite sure how that one occurs, but apparently it did. Callum Hoskins on GTA 5 is racing around in the snow in a coquette. Everything going, well, relatively normal for the moment. The thing is, street furniture is mean. We know this from many years' experience. A combination of lamppost, traffic light, and sign leads to 3 pretty impressive front flips and not a bad landing. I give it a solid 8.3 out of 10. Could have been slightly better on the landing, but still not a bad tumble down the road. The Shy Ammonite up next on GTA 5 is doing the bail from a vehicle challenge. Actually gets a pretty decent distance with this one. The thing is, the car that it just, well, bailed from went off on its own, managed to be perfectly lined up to take the jump. Now it vanished over the other side. Well, okay, sure enough, this happens. The player did the challenge they're looking for goes off to try and get their car. The vehicle has become one with the fence. In all of this, as soon as it tries to move, we flip around and twist around. It does get free. Don't quite know how it ended up in the fence in that manner, but never mind. Tony Ski up next on GTA 5 is being chased by one of the rednecks on a bike. Occasionally you can piss them off. Somehow, and I still don't know how, the bike managed to end up on top of the limo. Now, I assume it was trying to shoot me. You can see the bullet holes in the back of the limo. It was shooting in the back of the limo. Obviously managed to crash into the back of it and somehow pinged its way onto the roof. And the AI, once parked on the roof, does not know what to do at all. Now, speaking of AI not knowing what to do, Patty Joe here on GTA 5, on the same bridge as the limo clip, had knocked over the central bollard bits. Now, we've all done this, driving down this piece of road. In all my years of playing GTA 5, I have never seen the AI be so confused as to what on earth to do. They, well, I say they, by the looks of it, they are coded in some weird way at the moment to be avoiding these bollards. They just won't drive over them. Which, when there's a semi-truck going on, gets all very confused and then ends up blocking up the other lane. Now, I've played GTA 5 for many years. I've done many FailRace episodes and all this. It never ceases to amaze me how much new weird stuff can occur. 4 bollards has caused complete and utter carnage. The truck can't... I don't know what the truck's trying to do. It's trying to do a million-point turn and has now blocked all of the traffic everywhere. The Batmobile probably didn't help, but the truck also made a mess. Zepic on GTA 4 gets things wrong in a coquette, and then Nico has a little sit-down. It's fine. It's quite well landed. You know, if you're gonna have a crash, at least have a well landed crash. Mustang Bugatti up next on Just Cause 4 is, well, it's just sort of zip line, or sort of grappling hook around, minding your own business. Not much really going on when A gets yanked sideways and B crashes into a rocket-propelled wreck of a car. I don't even know what's going on in this one. I don't know how it occurred. What I do know is very, very dead from that, but I'm still not sure how any of that happened, but it did. On to Horizon 4 next, with some Subarus doing a bit of off-road racing. What might be one of the wackiest turn of events I've seen for a while. So, the racing, the player gets things a little bit wrong. Is on a funky line heading down here. However, carries a lot of speed, climbs over. So you have a car hat, aerial overtake, to a front flip, lands it pointing the right way, to a double aerial overtake from the AIs, and another car shoots through the middle of all of that. Somehow they get away in vaguely where they were before that mayhem started, but I mean, well done, everybody. Tatia Cave up next on Forza Horizon 4, playing a round of Team King, if you like. Now, this Spot the King, I don't know whether it was actually intentional to ever work this well, or just thought they'd throw the car and have a chance. Lovely landing to steal the King. One of the most impressive King steals, shall we say, that I've ever seen. Welsh Toast up next on MotoGP 20. This going through the first corner at Phillip Island. Now, what looks like a fairly normal crash from the AI, it's not great. The bike goes under, and there's just the bloody hell goes straight underneath the player bike over that one. Gruesome up next on SnowRunner. Yes, SnowRunner's doing SnowRunner things. So it's turning off the truck to swap to a different vehicle when things get really glitchy. I don't know what caused this one to go to space. It's not very happy. I mean, there's somewhere in there's a truck that's, well, horrifically haunted by the looks of it and glitching out. I think there was something glitchy going on with the tow rope of the other vehicle that I presume had something to do with this, because it's now very unhappy. It does eventually find some trees to crash into, and it calms down and becomes one whole vehicle once again, rather than the stretched out horrific mess. But not a good time. We stick with SnowRunner and the Scout that is, well, it's bouncy, it's carrying too much speed, and a bounce in a wrong way leads to a wonderful flip. Hey, look, if you're going to crash in spectacular style, and that one was pretty good. That one was pretty good. Get Out to Crash up next on Project Cars 2. Racing at Indianapolis made a mistake and took out the front wing of their vehicle. Did some damage to their own vehicle. Now they're trying to limp it back to the pits, as you do. However, don't quite get the vehicle under control. Don't quite get off the racing line well enough. As an AI car comes around, hits the back of them, scoops them over, and, well, that's now more broken than it was to start with. It's lost a wheel. It's done. In fact, it's lost 3 wheels, I think, in that crash. It's out. It's very much out. Dilly was the final clip here on Assetto Corsa, racing the VW IDR up the Goodwood hill climb stage. Now, going around a corner, a hay bale from a previous run's crash is still in the middle of the road. They scrape past it only for the car to get caught and launched, rolled. It comes crashing back down onto its wheels, but not quite what you want. Initially, they thought they got away with just managing to scrape the bale. However, turns out, see, the thing with the IDR, it has a very wide, very massive wing. Now, the car scrapes past the hay bale, the wing catches it, and the wing actually forces the hay bale against the wall proper. That, when the hay bale doesn't have anywhere to go, ends up launching the IDR over onto its roof, skids along a bit, does come back down landing on its wheels, but is pointed the wrong way. Not really what you want in all of that. Well, there we go. That is going to be it for this week's episode. As ever, if you have clips you'd like to submit to this series, you can via our forums. There's a link in the description here. At the very top of the page, the FailRace clip submission section, and in there you can find all of the rules and how to submit them. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.